What you are about to read is not fiction. This is not a ranking or a creepypasta. These are three meticulously documented cases, investigated by journalists, pursued by security forces, and in some instances, stumbled upon by ordinary people like you or me. People who thought they were alone. People who never knew they were being watched. These cases share a chilling common thread. They are all connected to cameras. Not cameras that protect, but ones that have become open doors to horror. Windows for something that should never have had access to our lives. What follows is not exaggerated or embellished to scare you. In this instance, reality needs no adornment. Because the truly terrifying thing is the realization that as you read this, someone could be watching you through the lens in your own room, without your knowledge and without any way for you to stop it.
Weeks later, a user reported his console's green light would blink at night for no reason. His younger sister then found a folder on the SD card containing blurry photos of her room's interior, photos no one in the house had taken. They appeared to have been captured by the console's front-facing camera. A technically savvy user dissected the ROM and discovered a hidden script. Upon execution, it activated the microphone and front camera at random intervals and, provided a Wi-Fi connection was active, often hijacking open networks from places like McDonald's or malls, compressed the data and transmitted it to a hidden server. The most shocking twist came in 2021 when a journalist claimed to have reviewed FBI documents from an investigation into an international child pornography network. In several cases, agents found photos of minors taken by the cameras of Nintendo DS and 3DS consoles. The metadata even contained the file name of the executed ROM. Nintendo never issued a statement. The forums where the ROM was discussed were shut down without explanation. Skeptics call it an elaborate troll, but renamed copies of the archive, disguised as other games, are still in circulation. The advice is simple: do not run them. If these documented incidents intrigued you, help us investigate more. Like, comment, and share this video. If you know someone fascinated by the intersection of technology and true crime, share it with them. Do you have a story of your own?
Using temporary servers, VPNs, and private Telegram channels, subscribers, vetted on hidden forums, could pay in cryptocurrency to watch live sessions. This new phenomenon was dubbed time-limited viewing numbers due to the infrastructure's fleeting nature. The broadcasts had migrated from the unstable darknet to the clean, high-bandwidth clear web, hiding in plain sight. The FBI avoided mass publicity of the term, fearing that spreading awareness of these pink rooms could stimulate demand and replication. In 2020, an undercover agent stated that at least 6 active channels on major platforms were linked to networks similar to Graham's, often masquerading as harmless content. In some broadcasts, viewers could even participate via real-time interactive polls. No one speaks of this publicly. There is no official news, just a single buried line in a 2019 U.S. Department of Justice report. Case 3. The cartridge that watched back. In 2019, an anonymous user posted a file on a Nintendo DS ROM forum. It appeared to be a hack of the classic game Mario 64 DS. Curious users downloaded it, only to find it didn't launch the game. Instead, opening it on a console with an R4 card displayed a black screen for 10 seconds with the message, "Loading resources, please wait." The console would then reboot and the ROM would vanish from the game list.
These cases will make you think twice tonight before you go to sleep, especially if you have a camera looking at a lit room, or worse, one that pretends to be off. Case 1. The Gamers of War. On the invisible battlefields of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, where conventional ethics have been buried in mud and silicon, a whisper began on anonymous darknet forums. In 2023, a user known as CTRL_Reaper posted a screenshot of a primitive web interface on a site like 4chan. It displayed GPS coordinates, a thermal vision feed, and 2 giant buttons, one to control a drone, another to execute a strike. Ukrainian cyber authorities initially dismissed it as a hoax or propaganda, but by 2024, the horrifying truth was confirmed. At least 5 drone units were illegally selling access to their tactical systems to foreign citizens, primarily from the United States. For a price, users with gamer tags like those you'd see in any online lobby could directly pilot combat drones from their couches. Some attacks were successful against Russian soldiers in areas like Belgorod or Donetsk. However, other documented cases showed Russian intelligence intercepting feeds, resulting in civilian casualties in Kursk, victims of kamikaze drones likely piloted by untrained amateurs drunk on adrenaline or worse. The most alarming revelation came from a parallel investigation by a Geneva-based humanitarian rights group. Cross-referencing telemetry data, forum fragments, and intercepted FSB communications, they established that Russian troops were also involved in this grim economy. Their network, operating under a different name, Blood Sausage, used darknet nodes and encrypted platforms like Runet to offer the same ghastly service, with strikes priced between $3,000 and $8,000 depending on the target's priority. In one of the most chillingly documented incidents, an anonymous streamer on Kick.tv broadcast for nearly 15 minutes while piloting a Russian drone over an abandoned school in Kharkiv. When someone in the chat wrote, "There are civilians, sons," the streamer laughed and replied, "We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. The signal cut immediately after the explosion. The clip was deleted and the account vanished within minutes. Ukrainian authorities never identified the user.
Case 2. The Clear Web's Darkest Secret. When Matthew Graham was arrested in 2014, he was just 22. On the darknet, he was known as Luke and was considered one of the world's most vile digital predators. He operated on forums soliciting and sharing child abuse imagery. But what wasn't made public was what the FBI found in encrypted files on his devices, evidence of what appeared to be live-streamed abuse conducted through private Telegram channels. For years, skeptics had dismissed the existence of red rooms, live-streamed torture sessions for pay, arguing the darknet simply lacked the bandwidth for reliable live video. Initially, Graham was thought to be just another sick archivist, but in 2017, a former FBI analyst revealed that Graham's operation was in fact broadcasting. He just wasn't using the dark web, he was operating on the clear web.